Alright, first unboxed video for YouTube coming up at you. Let's see what we got here. All internet purchases. Start. Little receipt. Packing. Good packing. Paper towel. So, looks like a bunch of junk silver and other miscellaneous stuff. We've got a Standing Liberty, no date. Looks like type 2. A couple of Liberty heads. So these are not silver, but both cents, an 05 and a 1900. A couple of barbered Liberty head dimes, 1909, 1911 dates, and no mint mark, so these are Philadelphia. 1908, no mint mark, and a 1910, no mint mark, so these are both Phillies. So those melt value at about $1.25 or $1.30, but they usually sell at a premium just because the older dimes do. This is a 67, 40%. Kennedy at really $2.50 melt value. So just some good junk silver for the stack here, guys. 1907 and 1893 is what it says. 1898, sorry. So a couple of other V's. These will just go in the collection or make a set, complete a set, or go for sale. This is a 68, again a 40%er. Separate these as silver and non. Okay, it looks like there was a silver too here. It may have slipped out, so we have a loose coin somewhere. It's trying to run away. Here we go. What in the world is that? So I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to check this one out and see what it is. There's a crown. Some stars, maybe an eagle. That might be a Balboa or something. No, it's not. This is a foreign coin. This might be Russian or something. I'm gonna have to look that one up. Obviously, it's the one that fell out of there, so it says it's silver. We'll check it out. Also with this one, this is Cuban 25-cent coin. 6.25 grams, 900 M, so it's a 90%er. 1853, 25 cent to 1953. And here's a 20 centavos. This is, oh, these are cool. This is a 1944, and it looks like it's almost uncirculated or brilliant uncirculated. Denver Mint, United States of America, Philippines occupation, 1944. So this would have been wartime Philippines silver. This is a Japanese 100. What's the currency there? It's the Olympic coin from 1964, and that's a silver from Tokyo. Another slide, as they call it, or no date Standing Liberty. That again is a type 2. And then we've got a 90% 1964 half. So we've got a pretty good selection here. Two more. These are Walking Liberty half dollars, 42 and a 43. So these are 90% silver as well. No mint mark on either of these. So these are 90%. 90% here. 90% on the dimes. These we'll have to look into to get percentages. Then we got a couple of 40%ers and two more V-nickels. A 1903 and an 1899. Let's see what we have here. It's like miscellaneous change, so might be something good. 59, some old Jeffersons, 59.62. This is probably a lot that I picked up online. I'm going to have to look at the note here and see. But a 59, 61, 54, so some old. Well, there's an Indian head, 1902. These are 40s and 50s wheat cents. So these are worth a few cents each worth of copper melt value. And you might find a key date in here, 50s, 40s, and 50s mainly. 41, 45, so just kind of thumb through these real quick and see if there's anything that stands out. Not seeing anything particularly unique, but anyway, good for resale or collection. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed that box. We got a couple more packages coming up here. Let's see what they are. Let me actually look. So, I paid, including shipping, $54 for that entire lot. So we'll have to calculate that and see how I did in comparison to melt value and anything in there that was collectible. Probably not silver. I probably didn't pay a whole heck of a lot. I look for bullion value on anything that I purchase. Oh, this is pretty cool. This was one thing that was missing from my collection. In fact, it's the only mint set that I did not have going back to like the early 50s, where they were doing double mint sets. And this is a 61 in the envelope with a board. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. These are the 61 Denver mint. And I don't know why the 61 seem to be a little more unique, less common. When I see these things online, a lot of times they've got 62, 63, they skip a year. 61 for some reason. 60 is even common more often than not. So I don't know if this is, I think the mintage is the same, but for some reason you just don't see these out as often. So that one was one that was missing. Got a great deal on that, and we'll put that in with my collection or stack. And there's about $20 worth of melt value in silver there. Those are all 90%ers for the dime, quarter, and the half for that year. So, you know, you just can't go wrong. Even if you pay a little premium, you get collectability because you get the intrinsic value of the silver at today's spot. And the same thing with these. I think I picked these up pretty inexpensively. These are a 69 and 70 uncirculated cent, and this one is rather unique because it almost looks like the mint may have done this. It says 68 underneath there. You can see there's a blacked out area. It looks like a marker, but then it's printed above it, and it seems to be sort of the same type of font. Maybe it's slightly different, so it might have been done after the fact. Somebody needed an envelope. That's kind of a roached and torn up envelope. Anyhow, yeah, so I think I got both of these for $7.50, which might even be face value on these, and they contain silver. I think there's a missing coin on one of them. So this is the 69. Now, you get missing mint marks on some of the 69, so you want to look for that. On the penny, I think is what it was. It's the D mint marks missing. Or no, maybe it's the S. I'll have to look into that. Anyway, this is the 69. And all the coins are there, so maybe it's the 70 that's missing a coin. I think the half was missing out of the 70 when I saw this, but still, you get $2.50 worth of silver here, and another 50 cents, so $3.25. So you've got $5 or $6 right there just in the silver and face value. And then on this one, yeah, this is the one that was missing the half, so kind of face value. The 70s are a little more of a rarity, so a lot of times the halves are missing out of these packages. People sell them off separately, so. But I just pick it up because you may find one loose, and then you've got yourself a set. So anyway, or you get them without the packaging, and you get the cards in the envelope. There's some value there. So anyway, for $7.50, I just feel like you can't go wrong. And then last but not least, this box here. see how my video taking and editing skills are post. I'm gonna slice it on my desk a little bit. Let's see here. Okay, put the knife away before I hurt somebody. I'm the only one here, so. Oh, so these are a bunch of books that came in. They were at auction and multiple online auction, multiple books at a relatively low price. So this is a Buffalo, a couple of early Buffaloes as you go through this, and then pretty good at the later years, pretty filled in. So that's good collection for a couple of dollars. Pick something like that up and end up really having a pretty easy time on resale. That's really why I get these. Is that an 18? That's the 18. Mint mark? No mint mark. So there's Buffaloes. Then this was the Liberty. Of course, none of the earlier years are there, but you do have an 1899. That's probably the last year where there's some decent value. The rest of these go for 50 cents or maybe $1, depends. Some of them in a lot, they're less. If somebody needs one for a fill for their collection or something. Again, some more mint sets. So there's the 70. There we were looking at the P&D. So that's the brilliant uncirculated, and then this is the proof, and you can just maybe make out in the camera. I mean, what a nice shine that has. And these are all San Francisco mint. There's a little bit of toning and milk spot on the 5 cent. That's pretty common. Non-silver, and with the packaging, if there's any leak or anything where air gets in, these things will get a little bit corroded. But still, that's for a couple dollars, for the silver value on this basically, and they resell for about $10. So again, pretty good. Looking for good buys, always shopping to find. So there's another 70. And this one's in better shape, it looks like. It's really weird. This is sealed in the mint packaging, and I can see a thumbprint on there. So whoever put this in there and packaged it together, if it wasn't automated, maybe done with human hands, they maybe didn't have a glove on that day, or I have to look into that. See how the mint did that back in the day. But the 70s here. This predates me, 1970. I was born a few years after this. So there's another one. That's the third one. Hopefully I'm getting all this on camera. 70 set. So I've got a bunch of 68s to 69s because they're more common than the 70s, and so these kind of fill out the 3 proofs, 40% proof sets. The 66 and 67 were in like a straight line, almost like a Whitman holder, and then the 65s were in packaging similar to this, and they said SS on there for a special mint set. And were proof-like. They were not proof, but they looked proof. This seems to be some currency or something, so a little bit different here than you might normally see from a silver stacker, but silver and gold stacker, but more silver than gold. I think when you look at the ratios, silver's a better bet for you. So yeah, so it looks like we've got some 35, all 1935, $1 silver certificates. What's interesting about these, if you flip them over, what you'll notice real quick is there's no "In God We Trust." So these are what they call no motto silver certificates, which are pretty cool. And I'll probably just throw those up for sale on eBay. And see if I can turn them over and cover some of my cost on my silver. Looks like that's all there is in today's poll. So stay tuned, guys. I get a couple boxes a week like this, or deliveries of boxes, and just from kind of shopping online, finding stuff that interests me, and trying to snipe or get it cheap at melt value or below, and start posting it up. I enjoy watching a lot of other guys that do the same thing on eBay or other auction sites, and they post on YouTube their video, and you get to watch what they're adding to their collection, what they're stacking, get good ideas, tips on websites, specials when people are running on the eBay Bucks deals where you can actually save 15% and get stuff below cost. So I think what I'll start doing is just posting this up to kind of share the enthusiasm for the hobby, and you know, get into some other economic discussions and things like that, figure out what people are interested in hearing about, and if they even care about any of the ideas I have on that stuff in the near term. Talk to you soon.